We live in a world where instant gratification is just a click away. Whether it's scrolling through social media, making impulsive purchases, or seeking constant entertainment, we're surrounded by temptations that promise quick pleasure and easy comfort. Yet, these moments of satisfaction often leave us feeling empty, distracted, and unfulfilled. Stoicism, one of the most timeless philosophies, offers a different perspective, one that values self-control, discipline, and long-term purpose over fleeting desires. The Stoics believed that true freedom doesn't come from indulging in every impulse, but from mastering ourselves. As Epictetus wisely said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." In this video, we'll explore how Stoicism can help us reclaim control over our minds and actions in a world that constantly empties us to give in. You will learn how to strengthen your self-discipline, resist distractions, and cultivate the kind of inner freedom that leads to lasting peace and fulfillment. Epictetus reminds us with great clarity, "No man is free who is not master of himself." This statement lies at the heart of Stoic philosophy. True freedom, according to the Stoics, does not come from the ability to do whatever we want, whenever we want. It comes from the ability to control our desires, impulses, and emotions. Without self-mastery, we become slaves, not to other people, but to our own cravings and distractions. In a world that constantly tempts us with instant gratification, this message is more relevant than ever. Each time we choose short-term pleasure over long-term purpose, we give away a piece of our freedom. But when we practice self-control, we reclaim that freedom, the freedom to act with intention, to stay true to our values, and to live with discipline and purpose. Epictetus' timeless truth, "No man is free who is not master of himself," strikes at the core of one of humanity's greatest struggles, the battle between impulse and intention. In our modern world, this battle is constant. We live in a culture that thrives on immediacy, one that encourages us to act on every desire, respond to every notification, and seek comfort in every idle moment. Instant gratification has become the norm, and as a result, self-control feels like a rare skill. The Stoics, however, saw self-control as essential to freedom. To them, the inability to resist temptation wasn't a small flaw. It was a form of enslavement. The person who cannot say no to their impulses is not free, because they are ruled by them. Freedom, according to Stoicism, is not about doing whatever we want. It is about wanting what is right and having the discipline to pursue it, even when it's difficult. The problem of instant gratification: in today's society, everything is designed to give us immediate pleasure. Social media likes, fast food, online shopping, binge-worthy shows, endless scrolling. These constant stimuli train our brains to expect reward without effort, which weakens our ability to wait, to endure, and to strive for greater goals. This cycle of instant gratification creates a sense of emptiness. The pleasure fades quickly, leaving us craving more, chasing the next hit of dopamine, the next momentary escape. Over time, this erodes our focus, our patience, and our capacity for deep fulfillment. The Stoics understood this danger thousands of years ago. They believed that true happiness comes not from indulgence but from mastery, the ability to choose our actions consciously, rather than being driven by fleeting desires. Stoic practices for building self-control pause before acting. When you feel the urge to act on impulse, to check your phone, overeat, or make a rash decision, pause. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." That pause is where your power lies. It's the space between impulse and action where wisdom can intervene. Focus on what you can control. You can't control external temptations, but you can control your response to them The Stoic practice of the dichotomy of control reminds you as that discipline begins within. When you feel pulled by temptation, remind yourself that your peace doesn't depend on the external. It depends on your inner strength. Embrace discomfort. Stoicism teaches that comfort can weaken the soul, while controlled discomfort strengthens it. Try to practice voluntary hardship. Wake up early, take cold showers, skip unnecessary luxuries, not as punishment, but as training for the mind. These small acts of resistance build resilience and self-control over time. Delay gratification. True discipline is not the absence of pleasure, but the wisdom to wait for the right kind. The Stoics encourage us to see pleasure as a tool, something to be enjoyed with moderation and awareness, not something to chase. When you delay gratification, you build patience, focus, and inner freedom. Reflect daily. At the end of each day, reflect. Did I act out of impulse or intention? Did I stay true to my values, or did I give in to distractions? This Stoic practice of evening reflection helps you track your progress, strengthen your discipline, and live more deliberately each day. The freedom in self-mastery, self-control isn't about restriction, it's about liberation. When you master your impulses, you free yourself from the cycle of craving and regret. You stop being ruled by emotions or desires and start living according to reason and purpose. Stoicism teaches that discipline is the foundation of freedom. The person who governs their emotions, desires, and habits is truly unshakable. They don't depend on external circumstances for peace because their power comes from within. So, while the world encourages indulgence, the Stoic path reminds us that strength, peace, and fulfillment come through restraint, patience, and mastery over self. The Stoic doesn't reject pleasure. They simply refuse to be ruled by it. We live in an age of instant gratification, where nearly every desire can be fulfilled in seconds. With a few taps, we can order food, watch endless entertainment, or connect with thousands of people online. Technology has given us comfort and convenience, but it has also made discipline and self-control increasingly rare. Many people today feel restless, distracted, and trapped in cycles of indulgence, not because they lack freedom, but because they lack self-mastery. As Epictetus reminds us, no man is free who is not master of himself. Freedom, in the Stoic sense, has nothing to do with external circumstances. It is not about doing whatever we want. It is about the ability to control ourselves, our impulses, and our desires. The person who can't resist a craving, who acts on every emotion, or who constantly chases pleasure is not free. They are ruled by the very things they seek. The illusion of freedom in modern life. Our culture equates freedom with indulgence, the ability to satisfy every desire without restraint. But Stoicism flips that idea on its head. The Stoics believed that true freedom is found in self-discipline, not indulgence. When we are constantly reacting to impulses, we become prisoners of them. The more we indulge, the less control we have over ourselves. This is why Stoicism places such importance on moderation and intentional living. The goal isn't to eliminate pleasure or comfort entirely, but to master your relationship with them. Pleasure should serve you, not control you. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. In the same way, we must realize that true power lies not in seeking more pleasure, but in mastering our own minds and actions. Stoic principles for building self-control: awareness of desire. The first step towards self-control is awareness. Notice your impulses, the urge to check your phone, the craving for junk food, the desire to procrastinate. The Stoics believed that self-mastery begins when we become conscious. of our impulses instead of acting on them automatically. Discipline through small acts. Self-control is like a muscle. It strengthens through consistent practice. Begin with small acts of discipline. Wake up at the same time. Meditate daily, or resist an unnecessary purchase. These simple habits train your mind to delay gratification and act with intention rather than impulse. Embrace discomfort. Modern life conditions us to avoid discomfort at all costs. But the Stoics saw discomfort as essential to growth. Practicing voluntary hardship, such as fasting, taking cold showers, or abstaining from luxury, teaches us that we don't need comfort to be content. This builds resilience and makes us less dependent on external pleasures. Focus on long-term goals. Instant gratification offers short bursts of pleasure, but true fulfillment comes from pursuing long-term goals that align with your values. Stoicism teaches us to act with purpose, to choose the actions that serve our higher good, not our temporary desires. By keeping your long-term vision in mind, it becomes easier to resist short-term temptation. Master your thoughts, master your life. All external actions begin with an internal thought. The Stoics believe that mastery over thought is mastery over life. When you control your mind, when you can question your impulses and redirect your focus, you gain true freedom. Each moment of self-restraint strengthens your character and deepens your inner peace. The reward of self-control. At first, self-discipline may feel restrictive, but over time it leads to a deeper kind of freedom. The freedom from regret, addiction, and restlessness. When you no longer rely on external sources for happiness, you become unshakable. You can face life's challenges with clarity and composure because your peace comes from within, not from fleeting pleasure. The Stoic practice of self-control is not about denying yourself joy. It's about choosing your joy wisely. It's about living intentionally, not impulsively. The person who has mastered their desires is not deprived. They are free, powerful, and content. So, in a world that constantly tempts you to indulge, choose restraint. In a culture that rewards speed, choose patience. In moments of weakness, remember Epictetus' words. No man is free who is not master of himself. True freedom is not found in doing whatever you please. It is found in mastering the mind that chooses what is right. As we conclude today's reflection on self-control in a world of instant gratification, remember the timeless wisdom of Epictetus. No man is free who is not master of himself. In a society that rewards indulgence and constant stimulation, Stoicism teaches us that the greatest power we can possess is self-mastery, the ability to govern our thoughts, emotions, and desires rather than being ruled by them. Every time we resist an impulse, delay gratification, or choose discipline over comfort, we strengthen our inner freedom. Self-control isn't about restriction, it's about liberation. It's the key to peace of mind, focus, and true fulfillment. When we act from intention rather than impulse, we stop being slaves to external distractions and start living with clarity and purpose. So, as you move through your day, ask yourself, am I controlling my desires? Or are they controlling me? Am I seeking short-term comfort or long-term strength? The answer to these questions will shape the kind of freedom you experience, the kind that no external circumstance can take away. Thank you for joining us today. If this message resonated with you, subscribe and share it with someone who might benefit from learning the power of self-mastery. Together, let's walk the Stoic path of discipline, wisdom, and lasting inner peace.